Hi, my name's Kelly Forbes, Senior Mental Health Practitioner for Newry and District GP Federation. So in this clip, I'm going to talk about stimulus control, sleep restriction, and that problem of day-night reversal. So stimulus control is when sleep problems have gone on for quite some time and people have begun linking the bedroom with not sleeping and frustration. So the technique here is if you do not fall asleep within 20 to 30 minutes, then it's to get up and go to a different room and engage in something kind of really low level, low stimulus, like reading quite a boring book, a relaxation technique, or like a non-stimulating TV show like Wildlife, or BBC4 has some really quite low stimulating shows like painting or wildlife or mindfulness, so they would be worth having a look at that time of the night. Now, the recommendation is that you get up after 20 minutes, and I would say you know yourself when you get into bed whether you're starting to relax and whether you're starting to unwind, and if that is happening then don't get up after 20 minutes, but you know yourself, you get in and it's that ping, I'm wide awake. And if after 20 minutes you're not getting any sense of that relaxation or starting to drift off, then that's when we're asking in the body and mind, okay, you're not going to sleep, let's get you up then. And I kind of liken this to as if you're training like a puppy to heel. You know, every time the puppy wanders off, you have to say, hey, come back here. And it's a little bit like this with the mind and the body. We've put you to bed, but you're kind of not doing what you need to do. So let's redirect you. Let's get you up and let's go and send your attention elsewhere. And this strategy can lead to improvements quite quickly. So it's one that I definitely recommend that you try. The next one is sleep restriction. So people who are not sleeping quite often spend far too much time lying in bed awake, feeling restricted, feeling, frustrated. So sleep restriction is about limiting the time spent in bed, which will then increase the drive to sleep, but it probably will lead to you feeling tired in the daytime. But like the other strategies about lifestyle, I think these kind of that short-term pain is kind of worth it if we can get the sleep back on track again. I do need to say that sleep restriction is not recommended for people with certain medical conditions that might be made worse by losing sleep, such as bipolar disorder or seizures. So if you want to try sleep restriction, it begins by calculating the total time you actually spent asleep on a typical night. So for instance, you might be trying to sleep for 8 hours a night, but you might actually have only got 5. So the recommendation would be that you actually go to bed for, say, 5.5 hours. So you're kind of saying, let's restrict that time right down, and we're reducing that time that you're lying in bed awake, trying to sleep and feeling frustrated. So for those other hours, again, just engage in something low stimulating, like read, as those suggestions that I kind of suggested above. So once you're spending the majority of your time in bed sleeping, then obviously start increasing your time in bed. The next one's about day-night reversal, which is really common if you've kind of got into that pattern of I can't get to sleep all night. I eventually get to sleep at, say, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I sleep from 6 o'clock in the morning through till maybe 2-3 in the afternoon. So you have actually got your 7-8 hours, but it's just completely at the wrong time. So with this, if we're trying to shift our sleep back in more to a day-night time, what we suggest is that you reduce your waking up time by 30 minutes every day. So say you got up at 2 p.m, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The next day, we recommend that you then get up at 1:30, and then 1 o'clock the following morning at 12:30, and so on until you're kind of got back to more like 8-9 o'clock in the morning. So it will initially increase your daytime tiredness, but the body clock will naturally reset if you follow this.